welcome to my channel, and here we are going to be working on the construction of the line of intersection of a hexagonal prism that intersects a square prism. We are going to also produce the surface development of the two solids. So all I want you to do is to follow me here and see how this work will be done. The length of side of the square prism is 30 millimeters. That is length of side of the square prism, and I will be taking the distance across corners for the hexagonal prism. I'll be taking that as 30 millimeters, but you are going to see how this work is going to be done here. So what we need to do first is to draw the vertical center line, which is for the square prism. So we produce it like this as we have been doing it. Okay, then we also draw the horizontal center line. Okay, all right, so then I'm going to take a measurement of 22 millimeters. So by taking 22 millimeters, and that will be half of the length of diagonal of the square base of the square prism. So 22 millimeters. So this is 22 millimeters. So as usual, so I'm going to make an arc here. So make an arc here, and I will make an arc here. So I'm going to join these 4 points together. So I'm going to I'm joining these 4 points together, but I'm going to label this point. So I will call this is point A. So this is A, and this is B, and this is C, and this is D. So this I want to label it. So I'm joining this point together. So I will connect A, B together, A, B together, and I will connect C, D together like this. Then I will connect B, C together. Then I will connect A, D together. Alright, so if I take the measurement of the length of side, it should give me 30 millimeters. So this is it. So this is 30 millimeters, as you can see on the screen. So the next thing that we are going to do here is to draw a vertical line from this point A. So we draw a vertical line from point A. Alright, so we also draw a vertical line from point C. Then, so we come up, so we draw horizontal line, so which should be made thick. Okay, then the height of the vertical prism, or the square prism, I want to make it 75 millimeters. So this is 75 millimeters here. So I'm going to draw so horizontal line here, and it will be made with a thick line, and also I will need to make this a thick line. Alright, so then the next thing that I'm going to do here is that, so the center line of the hexagonal prism that will intersect this square prism, I want it to be at an angle of 30 degrees to the horizontal, and then I want the distance of that center line from the base here to be 15 millimeters. So all I need to do from the base here is to take a measurement of 15 millimeters. So this is 15 millimeters. Then I'm going to draw the center line of the hexagonal prism that intersect this square prism. So it goes like this. Okay, so then with my 30 degree, with my 60 degree set square, so I'm going to before that, I would like to take a measurement of the length of the center line of the hexagonal prism, so to be I want it to be 65, okay, let me make it 70 millimeters, and then so moving away from here, so I'm going to draw or construct the hexagon, which is the hexagonal base of that prism. So just move away, and then I will draw a center line, so with 60-degree side of my set square, so that they will be at right angle to each other. I mean, the center lines will be at right angle to each other. So the next thing that I'm going to do is that I will take a measurement of 15 millimeters. As I said, that the distance across corners of the prism is 30 millimeters. So half of 30 is 15. So I'll put this 15 millimeters at this point here, and I will draw a circle like this. Okay, now so with this same radius, so I put at this point here, so I make an arc here and here, and also at this point, so I make an arc here, and make an arc here. Alright, so all these points I'm going to connect them together. So join this together with this, and join this together with this. So here we join these 2 points together like this, and these 2 points together. So we need to take our time to do this work so that we can get it all right. Okay, so we join these 2 points together like this. Okay, so let me number this point. So I would like to number this point currently as 1, and this is 1, and this is 2, 2, and here I have 2, 2. So just let me number it like this for now. So now, so with my 30-degree set square, so I need to draw a line from each of these points. So from this point, I will draw a line with 30 degrees, so that the line will be parallel to this center line. So I will draw a line, so just to touch this part from point 2. So I will draw this line into the square prism, and from this point 2 also I will draw a line into the square prism, and from point 1, so I will draw a line just to touch this side of the square prism. So now with my 60 degree set square, so it's this 60-degree side, so I can just draw a line. So because this is the end of the length of the center line, which we have taken as 70 millimeters. So, and also, so this line will be a thick line. Okay, so this line here will be a thick line. I'm going to leave the other ones. So I'm going to leave this one and this one. Okay, then so this line from here to here will be a thick line. Okay, so and this will also be a thick line from here to here. Okay, so this is the front elevation. We have not completed the plan, because the plan that we have here is for just this one, which is for the vertical prism or the square prism. So this line also will be a thick line, to be a thick line, because we have a corner here. So this will be a thick line. So we need to draw the plan of this hexagonal prism here in the plan here. So what we need to do now is that, so I'm going to extend this horizontal center line here in the plan. So I will extend this a little bit. Okay, so then I'm going to draw a vertical line around here, vertical center line around here like this. Okay, so with the same 15 millimeters that we use, which is half of distance across corners of this hexagon. So I will put it here also, and I will draw an arc here. So make an arc here, and I'll also make an arc here. So I don't have to draw the complete hexagon. So only this 3 is enough for me. This 3 is enough for me. So what I will do now is that I'm going to okay, I will need to draw the whole of it. Please, I'm sorry for that. I need to draw the whole of it. So I'm going to draw. So let me draw the whole of it, so to make it clearer. So now, so here in the plan, so this is how we are going to draw the hexagon here in the plan. So we are going to put the pinpoint of our compass at this point here. So we make an arc here, and we make an arc here. Okay, so here we make an arc at this point. So we make an arc here. The most important thing is for you to be able to visualize the solid figure being in your before you, or having it on a table before you. And if you are able to do that, you are going to get this work done with ease. But just follow the way I'm explaining it here. So now, so for the numbering of this point, so let me join the sides together first. So before we do the number, so I'm going to connect this point. So this I'm going to connect these 2 points together like this. So here I will connect these 2 points together, and here also this will be connected together, and here this will also be connected together. So I'll connect this together, and this will be connected together like this. Alright, so then in terms of numbering, so down here this will be 0.1, and this will be 1, this is 0.2, and this is 2, this is 2, and here we have what we have 2. Okay, so now, so with what we have done here in the plan, so I'm going to draw a horizontal line from point 2 to touch this square, which is the base of the square prism. And from here also, so I will also draw a horizontal line to touch this part here. Okay, so now, so I'm going to draw a vertical line from this point here on this line, because when we are looking at the end of this hexagonal prism, we are going to see the hexagon, the base. We are going to see it, so and we have to show it here in the plan. So what we need to do to be able to show that is to draw a vertical line from this point down here, and from this point also, so we draw a vertical line. Okay, so from this point, we are not to draw from this center line, so just leave that one. So from this point we draw a vertical line, and from this point also we draw a vertical line. All right, so now, so so what we need to do now is that, so on this part we have what, this is 0.2 and 0.2 here. So here we have 0.1, and here we have 0.1. This is 0.2, and this is also 0.2. So we connect this point together. Okay, so we are doing this because this hexagonal prism is inclined at an angle. Is inclined at an angle to the horizontal axis, at an angle to this square prism. So that is why we need to draw this this part of the hexagonal prism in the plan. So we also join this together. Then here we connect this together, and here we connect this together. Okay, so this is how the hexagonal base of the hexagonal prism will look in the plan. So then we draw a line from here. Okay, so this also will be a thick line, and this also will be a thick line. So we have completed the plan right now. So now we need to draw the line of interpenetration in the front elevations, and that's what I want to do now, which is simple. So if you look at this line, this is horizontal line 1, or this is vertical line 1. So it intersects this line at this point. This is line 1 here, inclined line 1. So they intersect at this point, and they also intersect at this point. So just take note of that. So we just need to get that of the 2, and for 2, so we have this line 2. It touches the square at this point. So we just need to draw a vertical line from this point. So you draw a vertical line up like this, and it intersects inclined line 2 at this point here, and they also intersect at this point. So what we need to do now is to join this point together, and we also make this a thick line. Then we join this together. So this is the line of interpenetration of the 2 prisms, so the square prism and the hexagonal prism. And also we need to make this line a thick line because this is a corner. So we make this a thick line like this, and we also make this a thick line. So the front elevation has been completed, and the plan has also been completed. So now what I'm going to do now is that we are going to draw the surface development of this square prism, and I want to take this point as this point here. I want to take it as the seam. So this is point XX. I want to take it as the seam. And before we go on that, so this is point A. So I call this point A prime. And I call this point, so this is point here. So this is point B. So prime and D prime here. And this is point C prime, which means we are opening from point C. So it means that point A will be in the middle. So that is the next thing that I want to do here. In case you are asked to produce the surface development of this square prism, so I want to show you how to do that. Alright, so what we need to do for the surface development of the square prism is to draw a horizontal line from this point. So we draw a horizontal line from here to this side, and coming up here, so we also draw a horizontal line from here to this side. Okay, so then so with my set square, so I will just draw a vertical line at this point like this, and as we are opening from this point C, which is our seam, it means that this should be point C here. Okay, then I will take a measurement of the length of side of the square, so with my compass, so like this. Then I'm going to make 1, 2, 3 and 4, as the number of side is 4. So at each of this point, I'm going to erect a vertical line. So this is a vertical line here. So at this point, I will erect a vertical line. So at this point, erect a vertical line. At this point also, I will erect a vertical line. Alright, so the next thing that I'm going to do now is to, this is point C, then here we have C. Then I'm going to put, this is D, or this is B, and this is D. Okay, then A will be in the middle. So I've done that. So by the time I open it, so I'm going to, okay, so before I go home, so from this point A here, this is point A here. So where this line touch this line A, so I'm going to draw a horizontal line. So we draw a horizontal line from here. Okay, so from this point also, so from this point, so this point, so it's a point here in the, so it's a point, so it touches this line, and this line is not part, we just have this on this surface. So we are still going to locate this line. We are going to locate this line here, and let me do that at once. What I just need to do is to take distance from this point to this point here. Let me call this point, let me call it point P. Let me call it point P. So that is this point in the on the front elevation of this square prism. So that's possible. Let's locate point P. What we need to do is to take distance from P to A, okay, or from A to P, so either of the two. So what I'm going to do is to put at point A here, because we already have point A on this surface. So I'll make an arc here, and I will turn it to this side and make an arc here. So this is point P. Okay, so we also have P here, so PP. Okay, so now, so from this point now, so I will draw a vertical line, horizontal line from here, and also from this point, which is also point P, I will draw horizontal line, and then from this point, so that is point A, I will draw horizontal line. Okay, so we need to locate the point now. So for point A, so this is where we have the point. If you follow this line, so the horizontal line that we drew from this point A here, for point P, so I need to draw a vertical line at this point P here. So draw a vertical line up and draw a vertical line up here too. Okay, so now, so we have point, so for P here, so we have this point, and we also have this point. So we also have P at this point, so we have this point and we have this point, and up here is point A here. So we are going to join this point together. So we join this point together. So we join this together like this, and we join this together. Then, so this also will make it a thick line. This line also made a thick line. So we also join this together, and we join this together. Alright, so this line will be a thick line. Okay, so this line also is a thick line. So this line, so it will be a thick line from here to here, and from here to here. So this line also is a thick line, and we also make this line a thick line. Then, so at the base here, so we make this a thick line, and up here, so we make this a thick line. Okay, so this is how the surface development of this square prism will look. So we are done with that. Now, in case you are asked to produce surface development of this hexagonal prism, and you want to take so this part here. So let me put YY here as the seam that we are opening, or we are opening it from here. We cut it from here and we open. So I want us to also look at that in case you are asked to do that. So let's see how that can be done. So we don't have enough space, but I'm going to manage this space that we have here to produce the surface development of this hexagonal prism. So what we need to do now is that we have to draw a horizontal line here, and to bring the camera down a bit. Okay, so I believe you can see this. So so here I'm going to draw so horizontal line here, and I will draw a vertical line from this point here. So if we are opening it from here, we are opening it from here. So don't forget, I'm going to renumber this. So if this is 0.1, this is 0.2, and I'll call this one, this is 0.3, and this is 4. So this will be 5 here, and this is 6. So that's how I'm going to do it. And so if you follow this one, so this is line, this is 4, and this contains 3 and 5. So this contains 2 and 6, and this is 1. So at this point I have 4 prime, this is 3 prime, 5 prime. So I want us to be able to get it, and this is 2 prime and 6 prime, and this is 1 prime here. So very, very important as we have numbered it. So what we are doing is that we want to open from here, so from 4. So this is going to be 4. So this is 4. I believe you can see it. So this is okay. So that's 4. So then next thing I'm going to do is that I will take the length of side. So which is taking this length of side from here to here. So I'm going to make 6 of that. So just take any one. So the length of side are the same. So put at this point, we have 1. So we have 2. This is 3. So this is 4. This is 5. And we have 6, as we have 6 sides. Okay, so we have 4. So this will also be 4 here. So then, so after 4, if I'm opening from here, so I'm going to have 3. I have what? I have 5. I believe you know, understand what I'm doing. So after 4 here, we have 35. So then after that, we have what? We have 2. Then we have what? We have 6 here. Then 1 will be in the middle. That's how we are going to have it. Okay, so now, so all I need to do now is to draw a vertical line on each of these points. So here I will draw a vertical line here. So this is a vertical line. I'm doing this in case you are asked to produce surface development of either of these 2 solids. So that's why I'm putting everything together here. So we draw a vertical line at this point. Also at this point we draw a vertical line, and here we draw a vertical line. So what we need to do now is to make use of our compass. So from this point 4 here, from this point here, I extend to this point on the square prism. So we put it at 4, and we draw a vertical line. We make an arc there, and we also make an arc here. So next is for 3 and 5. So we extend it. So from here to this point. So we put it at 3. So we make an arc here, and we make an arc here. Then for 2 and 6, so we put at this point, point 2 and 6 here. We extend to this point on the square prism. So we put at 2. So we make an arc here, and then we make an arc here. Then for 1, so from this point, so we extend it to this point on the square prism, and then so we put it at this point 1 here and make an arc here. So all these points, we are going to join them together. So this point, so this point here. So we are going to connect all these points together. So we connect this together with this, this together with this. Okay, so this will be connected together with this. Okay, so we connect this together, and we connect this, and then so we connect this together. So all these lines will be made thick lines because they are edges on the prism. base, so make it a thick line. Alright, so we have done so much here. So we've been able to draw the complete front elevation, complete plan, surface development of the square prism, and surface development of the hexagonal prism. And this is very, very simple and interesting. So all you need to do is to practice. As I usually say, when you practice this, you become a master at it. Thank you, and God bless you.